Well, I'm very pleased to say I'm joined in the studio now by Nadia Javed and Harriet Doveton, two-thirds of a young up-and-coming band, the Tuts. Sadly, the drummer Bev couldn't make it this evening, but we'll be talking to them in a moment. First, though, let's have a quick look at them in action. There you are, that is the Tuts, if you haven't seen them before, and we can talk to them now. What do you make of Taylor Swift's move? Was that a good thing that she did?
Such a good thing. Yeah. Like, I think it's great when artists who have that level of power can like speak against corporations and point out things that they disagree with, and it kind of paves the way for other artists who aren't as famous as her, because royalties is an important thing, you know.
Yeah, we've got to stand up to these billionaires that are tax dodging. They've got offshore accounts, they're not paying their taxes, they're making enough profit to probably end world poverty, and then they're trying to take money from artists. And Taylor Swift has said, like, you know, she earns enough money to, you know, she doesn't need all of, you know, she doesn't need to make all of that money, but DIY artists like ourselves and, you know, a lot of other artists out there, we're going to be suffering if Apple do that. I mean, we would.
So just to be clear, Apple were going to run a trial service, a trial music streaming service for 3 months, and it was only for those 3 months. I don't mean that's not a lot of time, but it was for those 3 months that they weren't going to pay artists royalties. Just give us an indication of how much of an impact that would have had on people like you guys when people are going to download your music. If you weren't going to get any money from that for 3 months from a music streaming service, how much of an impact would that have on you?
That would have a big impact on us. I mean, we've been DIY for like 4 years, and we have to have day jobs as well, because it's already hard enough making money as a musician, but royalties is that thing where it's like, you can write a song and you know that you'll get a bit of money and that's your money.
Like, we work hard, we play gigs, you know, we write our own music, and then you finally put your record out there and Apple are like, no, we're going to have that. I wouldn't walk into Apple and be like, I'll take that iPad. Oh yeah, I'll take that Apple Mac over there. You know, I'd love to, but I can't. Maybe we should.
Definitely I'd say no.
Maybe not.
So how long have you guys been together then? Just give us a sense of how difficult it is to make money as young up-and-coming musicians these days.
We've been together about 4 years since doing like...
It all started, like, we went on tour with Kate Nash, and then we went to Europe with her. Last year we played Glastonbury, and we've just come off tour with the Selector. And we've got loads of plans this year, and basically we're just heading for world domination.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're doing pretty well, and yet you say you still have to have day jobs as well, even at that stage when you're playing festivals like Glastonbury, you're touring with people like that, and you're still not making enough money to give up the day job.
We're from working class families, so, you know, and
no trust fund either?
No way, we're not one of those trust fund middle class kids that try to pretend they're all punk and rock and roll.
So it's real.
I'm from Hayes, Middlesex, and Harriet's from Cowley, and you know, even with things like the Tory cuts, it's making it harder for artists to get funding to do this. And
it's really hard. Even in our town, Uxbridge, like, it's really hard to do anything creative. Like, the council just trying to stop
Boris Johnson tried to come into our library. We told him to get out.
But just if we stick a bit to downloading and all that kind of stuff, surely that makes it a bit easier now for people to buy your music. I mean, when I was young, a very long time ago, if I wanted to buy music, you have to wait until the weekend, and you'd have to get the bus into town and go to Woolworths and actually physically buy a thing that's called a cassette tape.
We remember those.
But nowadays, you know, you can sit there at your computer and just download it. So in a way, is it not easier for people to buy your...
In some ways, because it makes us accessible, which is what we want to be, and we want to be affordable, you know, for our songs. People to be able to buy them easily and stuff. But, you know, it would be nice to be able to cut out the middleman, and the middleman being sort of the billionaire company.
But if Apple's trial is successful and Apple Music becomes permanent, that'll be a good thing for you guys, will it, in the long run? Because it's another way that people will be able to access your music.
I mean, in some ways, like, we weren't on iTunes for a while because...
Yeah, we were on Bandcamp because even Apple take a cut every time someone downloads one of your songs, they take a cut from it. So we tried to avoid using Apple for a long time. We used Bandcamp, but people kept saying, oh, you know, why aren't you on iTunes? So we are on iTunes.
You have power over that then? You are totally in control of what you're on?
Yeah. But we went on iTunes because, again, it's the accessibility for people. We want to get out there.
We want it to be accessible for people, but we don't want these corporate companies to take advantage of vulnerable artists like us who don't have a lot of funding behind us.
But we've got to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We'll see your stuff again later, I hope. Thanks.